Today we're going to be building a 5-minute trading strategy, and we're going to be asking ChatGPT to help us find the indicators. So let's get straight to it. Hi traders, I hope you're going extremely well. My name's David and welcome to my channel where I go through trading strategies that I find on YouTube and then on the web, and then I use code to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. So today we're going to be looking for a trading strategy on the 5-minute time frame, a scalping strategy, which will be using the nnfx methodology. You can find more about nnfx up in the screen just here, or maybe it's just here. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be looking at nnfx methodology, and then I'm going to be using ChatGPT-4 to help us choose the indicators. I guess, as always, the best idea is for me to get straight over to my computer. We'll start coding this and we'll try and come up with a good trading strategy for the 5-minute time frame. As always, if you do enjoy the video, if you don't mind just giving it a good old thumbs up, it really does help me. And if you have any ideas of how I can improve on my methods of being an algo trader, I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Right, over to computer, let's go. Okay, here we are back at my computer. This is the no-nonsense Forex Channel I was talking about. They've got a great methodology of being able to build a trading strategy and trading strategies, and this is how I kind of build all of my trading strategies nowadays. They also go through indicators weekly, which is cool. This is a website that's kind of affiliated in a way with them, the Stonehill Forex Channel, where you can go find up in their resources a great big list of indicators which are technically good indicators for building the no-nonsense trading strategy. So the idea of the no-nonsense trading strategy is very, very simple. We look for a baseline. The baseline is a trend following trading strategy. So we're looking for something like an MA. We're looking for confirmation on that MA, something like a line crossover. If a line crossover happens, we take our entry. We could add as many of these as we want as confirmation. Normally 2 is about the number that we get. We can also add a volume indicator for confirmation, and there's some more extra indicators down the bottom here as well. So that is the idea behind it. We use things like ATRs to set our stop loss and then use to take profits. Before I continue coding, we're doing a giveaway with ByBit where you can get a iPhone. I'll give you more details at the end of the video. We're giving away an iPhone, Apple Watch and some headphones and loads more great goodies. More information at the end of the video. The idea behind the whole of this is to be able to discover more indicators, like I've been recently finding the McGinley, also the Fantail. All of these ideas have come from these kind of websites. So my idea was to come back to the website. I've had quite a lot of success recently finding good trading strategies from these setups here. So I've come back, so I thought, why not try and expand on this list and try and find a trading strategy using ChatGPT-4, which was recently released. So I'm going to go over to ChatGPT-4 so you can see what I sent to the chat program. So I've asked ChatGPT-4, for anybody who doesn't know what ChatGPT-4 is, it's an AI program that you can go to chat.openai.com. Very popular at the moment. I'm sure that most of you know what it is. But anyway, so I've asked the AI to come up with a bigger list. I'm going to give it the nnfx methodology. So I've asked it to come up with a list of more indicators, but I don't want things like the most common ones like the MACD and the RSI. I want it to be for multi-currency trading system. And I've copied and pasted the actual list from this website here anyway, and it's come back and given me another list of potential indicators, which is cool. So some of them look great. I also had another list here as well with some ones which was really interesting. This box one here is very, very interesting, and I've come up with some really, really good indicators. So I've thought, well, let's take this a step further. We've got loads of indicators. Why not ask for it to come up with a list of 3 indicators and for it to build a trading strategy for us? not code it, I'll code it, but I've told it I want it to be on the 5-minute time frame, a scalping strategy for BTC USDT, and it's come up with a trading strategy. So let's have a look at some of these rules. Our trading strategy is, of course, nnfx rules. Our baseline will be the whole moving average, the HMA. I've done a couple of videos on the HMA. Our confirmation will be the awesome oscillator, the OA. I'll be showing you how to add all of these in a minute. The AO, sorry, oscillator. We're looking for the Chaikin Money Flow, the CMF, to confirm the strength of the trend, and we're going to be using the ATR for stop losses, I guess. So that it's going to take us step by step through the trading strategy and how we can optimize it. It's giving us some basic settings here. We're going to be setting it at the 25 period at the HMA. We're going to be setting the awesome oscillator to anything between 5 and 34. The CMF should be set to a 20 period and the ATR to a 40. Okay, our entry rules for a long trade, we're looking to be above the HMA. We're looking for the AO, the awesome oscillator, to be above 0. The CMF, we're looking for above 0 as well, which would confirm our bullish trend. The short trade would obviously be the same, but the other way around, obviously. We're looking for the price to be under the HMA, creating a red crossover. We're looking for the AO, the awesome oscillator, to be below 0. The CMF to be below 0 as well. Stop losses, we're going to be setting our ATR. We set the ATR to a 14 length. We're looking for our ATR to be at a multiplier of 1.5. And maybe we're going to be setting our take profits to ×3 of that. Seems a bit big for me for a scalping strategy, but you never know, we'll see. We also have a trading, well, a emergency exit, if you will, if the HMA changes color. So we'll exit any trades at that point. Determining risk, we're going to be using 1% of our account, and position size will be this. Yeah, well, anyway, okay, that's fantastic. I also asked if this was going to make me rich, and obviously, as always, this is not financial advice. Yeah, all the normal stuff that you would expect from ChatGPT, and yeah, totally true. You should always backtest. It came up with some really good ideas with backtesting. Yeah, so I'm going to go away now and show you how to add all of those indicators, and then I will code it so we can backtest it. Okay, I've been through the rules, so I'm just going to go over to TradingView very quickly here and go through the actual indicators. We're going to go to the indicators at the top here, and we're going to be adding the HMA. So HMA, there we go, whole move average. We're going to click on that one. That's going to give us a blue line on our chart. We're then going to go onto the chart and add the CMF, which is this one here, and we're going to click that there in the CMF. And then we're going to add the awesome oscillator, which is just the AO. That should give us an awesome oscillator. I'm going to have to scroll a bit because I've made loads of these indicators with that awesome oscillator. Let's run this one here. Okay, let's set up the default settings. I believe that the HMA would have been at 24, so we click on the little cog up here and change it to 24 as a length. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that we can see it on YouTube very quickly. As always, you don't have to do this, but just so you can see it on YouTube. That's that big thick blue line. It doesn't change color on TradingView, but that's not a problem. We just want our close to be above the actual HMA. We're going to go over to the CMF, and we're going to leave it as default because we kind of have to play around with the results. It gave us a anything between, I think it was 5 and 34. We're going to leave that as is. We're just going to make it a little bit thicker for YouTube. And then we have the awesome oscillator, which we're going to leave as default. Okay, let's have a look at very quickly at a long entry. We would be looking for our price to be above, or to come above the actual HMA. So we'd have our entry just here. We'd like the CMF to be above the 0 line. So we'd need to be just here. And we need our awesome oscillator to be above the line as well. And we're looking for a ATR. So I'm going to add the ATR bands as always by Alexander TH. That's my favorite one. I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to make them a little bit thicker for YouTube very quickly. And then we're going to change the multiplier to, I think it was 3, and on a, that's 4, David, 3. And then we're going to leave it on the ATR length of. Okay, so we're looking for price to be above the actual HMA. It's bit difficult as it's quite close, but we have one here by the looks of it. We're above the HMA. We're going to be looking for the AO, the awesome oscillator, to be above 0, which seems to be about right on this candle here, around this area here. So I'm going to put a entry in here, just like this here. We're going to set our stop loss to the ATR bands, and we're going to be looking for a 3 to 1 risk to reward. So that would have been a perfect win, just like that. Now, as I say always, this is totally cherry picking. In real-time trading, you'd have to make it much more accurate than that. Let's have a look for a short. The reason I cherry pick is just to show you how this could work in real time. I do code all of this and I backtest it correctly, and then I use bots to take my entries anyway. So yeah, right, okay. So we're looking for price to be break below. We're looking to be below the CMF here. And we're looking for the awesome oscillator to be below as well. This could be potentially this candle here. Just like that there. We're going to be setting our stop loss at the ATR, and we're going to be looking for a risk to reward of 3 to 1. So that was quite a big trade, but it looks like it was a winner as well. 5%. That was a great trade. Okay, fantastic. So I guess the best idea for now is me to go away and code this, and then we can backtest it, giving you the backtesting results on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, let's go.
Come on, David, and once again he's going to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. Come on, David, show us what you got.
Okay, finished coding, and as you can see, the trading strategy is not great. I have found better results on different settings. I did ask ChatGPT what it suggested, and it just pretty much suggested for me to go away and optimize to find better settings. So let's have a look at the results. I won't spend too much time because they are pretty bad on these current settings. I've left it on exactly the same settings as ChatGPT has said, no extra confluence, and this is what we've got as an equity curve. As you can see, we have the entry I was talking about earlier. We have quite big entries and exits at around 3 to 4% on a scalping strategy, which is maybe a little bit too big for the 5-minute time frame for a successful trading strategy. Something that is robust, maybe we need to make them more of a scalping strategy, which would be much smaller. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my settings that I've found playing around with the optimizer, trying to add some extra confluence, and this is what I've found. As you can see, it's quite a lot better for a 5-minute time frame. The equity curve has a bit of red at the end here, so certainly needs a bit more back testing. We have a profit factor of 2.2. I will go through all of the settings in a minute with you. I have a winning rate of 61.33, which is very good for a 5-minute time frame. I'm only on a single take profit, so this is the actual win rate. I have 137% net profit, which is absolutely brilliant for the time frame. Sharp ratio and Sortino ratios are way too low for me to actually trade this on bots without actually trying for a little bit more optimization, but certainly is worth looking at as a strategy. Let me have a look at some of the extra stats up here. We have wins in a row. Max wins in a row was 6. Max losses in a row was 5. Flat days without trades is 1.845. We have total wins of 46, total losses of 29. Total trades in total was 75, so a bit of a small number, but we are on the 5-minute time frame. Profit factor is 2.2. Let's go over to the settings that I've played around with on here. You can find the settings in Discord, where you'll find an Excel spreadsheet that you can just import into this indicator, and you'll get all of the settings that I'm playing with at the moment. Right, so I am continuing to use the R&R and the ATR for my set stop loss and take profit. If I go down a bit, you'll be able to find that I'm actually looking for a risk to reward of 1.3 instead, and my multiplier should be at 3. It's at 2.9. Maybe I'll just slip the mouse, I won't change it at the moment, but it's between 2.9 and 3. If I continue going down, you'll be able to see that I'm actually using dynamic leverage and also my dynamic indicator for taking positions. I've also added an extra confluence for the moving average. I'm using the T3 to Tilson 3 at 300 for me to able to find a bigger trend. So if we're above the T3 300, we're looking for longs. If we're looking for shorts, we have to be below it, obviously. The default settings for the strategy are as is. And then if I go down, the only other indicator that I've added was the Traders Direction Force Index, which is this one here. I've used it quite a lot recently, quite like this indicator. And then I've just added the volume flow. Like I said, you'll be able to see all of these settings inside of my Discord. And if you want to come and discuss this indicator, I'm always in the live streams, so you can come and discuss with me any of the settings that I used in this indicator. Okay, the giveaway. We'll be giving away for the 100,000 subscribers of David Tech. I'm thrilled to say that we're getting closer and closer to that 100,000 milestone. We are giving away with ByBit. You'll find more information about ByBit below in the description. You'll be able to get up to a $30,000 bonus if you deposit on ByBit and create an account with them. We're also, like I said, giving away an iPhone and some headphones and an Apple Watch and loads of other goodies for the 100,000 subscribers. You'll be able to find a link to Gleam down in the description on how to get into the competition. Right, that's all. Let's get back to where we were in the video. Right. As you can see, I kind of fell asleep whilst finishing the back test of this one. I'm back here. Enjoyed doing this indicator, although I wouldn't trade it on the bots directly on the default settings. Certainly would look at trying to optimize it and make it a little bit better. You can find this indicator and all the other David Tech strategies. The links are down in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget the giveaway, which is sponsored by ByBit. You can find the links to the giveaway. We're giving away an iPhone, an Apple Watch, and also some earbuds for their 100,000 subscribers. I really look forward to celebrating that with you guys. And don't forget that ByBit are also giving up to $30,000 of bonus if you sign up using the links down in the description. Take care, keep safe, keep coding, trade like a boss, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.